"You're not coming to my sister's wedding." It read simply, "My family doesn't want you there." 12 words. Enough to bury a decade of loyalty. I didn't laugh out of humor. No, it was that hollow, fractured laugh. The kind that tears open something in your chest, wide and unhealable. The kind that bounces off the walls of an empty house long after the warmth is gone. I smiled then, tight-lipped, polite. The kind of smile you wear when your soul has been publicly undressed. And I said quietly, "So you chose status over blood?" Then I got to work. I canceled everything. The venue gone. The photographer, refunded and released. The custom wine barrels I'd ordered months ago, each one engraved with our family name, scrapped. The luxury SUV rentals, revoked with a single call. All of it undone in minutes. See, when you're invisible long enough, you learn how to move things without ever being noticed. You learn to pull strings so subtly they don't even realize they were puppets dancing to your quiet hands. I wasn't born with wealth. I was born with responsibility. Not the golden spoon, just the obligation to offer them, over and over, to people who never once asked how I was eating. My parents were distance and dust. I raised myself with the kind of discipline that forges steel, not sparkle. I didn't build empires to show off. I built them to survive. Silent foundations, solid and unseen. And then I met her. Back when I was still soft. When I believed that love meant showing up before you were asked. Solving problems before they were spoken. Offering pieces of yourself like gifts no one requested, but everyone accepted. I listened to her dreams. I lent her sister confidence when she was drowning in self-doubt. I managed her father's failing business behind closed doors, massaging numbers, cleaning trails, pulling financial weeds while they sat and sipped wine, toasting futures they thought they owned. They never saw me. Not really. But I stayed. Because I thought love was patience. That love meant sacrifice. That love was what you did, not what you got. They counted on that. It started small. A forwarded email from her mother, like a careless crack in the wall. Then an accidental CC on a group chat. Plans made, jokes shared. I wasn't mentioned. Not once. And then the wedding planning began. And I wasn't a person. I was a wallet with legs. A chauffeur. An errand boy. Her sister laughed once, drunk on cheap rehearsal wine, and said, "Imagine him actually thinking he's family." They thought I didn't hear. But I heard everything. Still I said nothing. No confrontation. Just clarity. See, when people assume you won't fight back, they get careless with their cruelty. They forget that silence doesn't mean surrender. It means planning. It means watching. It means knowing exactly where to cut when the time comes. And so I became a ghost. But this ghost had teeth. First, I contacted the venue. Claimed the groom had been involved in financial misconduct. I sent the documentation anonymously. They froze the booking. Then the photographer. Cancelled by a fake name under a false breach of contract. The SUV rentals? Just a whisper to someone in auto insurance. Suddenly, every vehicle had suspicious inconsistencies. Invalid policies. No-shows. Their group chats. I watched them fall apart from a mirrored phone I was never supposed to have access to. Meanwhile, I moved money. Shifted her father's investments into frozen territories. Nothing illegal, just enough to make things inconvenient. My name wasn't on their invitations. But it was behind every asset they needed. Every thread holding their perfect day together. Funny how people forget the foundation. Until it cracks beneath them. She asked to meet. Somewhere neutral. Somewhere public. A quiet cafe near the river. Jazz playing low, ceramic cups clinking gently. She wore guilt like designer perfume. Expensive. Subtle. But still suffocating. "I didn't mean for it to get this far," she whispered. I stirred my coffee. "It always gets this far," I said. "People just assume we won't burn the house we helped build." Her lip trembled. Just enough to betray the shame. "You embarrassed me," she said. I set my cup down, leaned forward. "You erased me." There was a pause then. The kind that slices a life clean in half. The kind that separates the before from the after. Then I reached into my coat. Slid a USB drive across the table. Inside, every transaction I made for them. Every secret I kept for her father. Every shady wire transfer. Every NDA I signed on their behalf. Every favor they begged me to call in. Her face went pale. "What are you?" I'm not releasing it, I said, my voice calm steady. But now you know I could. She looked down. Ashamed? Exposed? Same thing really. I stood, buttoned my coat. You built a castle on my back, I said. I just stopped carrying it. I never went to the wedding, but I heard it was small. Cheap. A sad little event in a hotel lobby after the original venue ghosted them. Photos taken on phones. Her sister cried, not from joy. Her father tried calling once. I let it ring. Because I don't want revenge. I want respect. And when you finally understand that you'll never be given it, the next best thing is peace. Not silence. Sovereignty. Now I build for myself. A new firm. My name on the door. A circle so small it's a dot. Sometimes in the quiet, I think about that boy I used to be. The one who thought loyalty could save him. I smile gently, pat him on the back, and whisper, we're not him anymore. And when people ask why I seem so calm these days, why I smile like I know something they don't, I just say, because I learned how to disappear from places I was never truly seen.